local time.
We heard loud banging sounds.
This witness did not want to be on camera.
We looked out the window, we noticed there was a lot of bodies laying on the ground.
Witnesses told me, because I was there just moments after this happened, and people were scared. They were terrified. The FBI says the suspect died after a firefight with police. The agency has taken the lead on the investigation and is looking into the incident as an act of terrorism.
The city of New Orleans was impacted by a terrorist attack.
The mayor warned people to stay away from the Bourbon Street area as the FBI investigated what appeared to be at least one improvised explosive device. The incident happened hours before the kickoff of a college football quarterfinal in the city's Superdome. Police said they're making sure the area is safe for the game. Katie Weiss, CBS News, New Orleans.
So like you just heard, this is all happening before the Sugar Bowl. That's a college football quarterfinal game between Georgia and Notre Dame. Now we have just heard Atlanta police say they'll also deploy specialized units and more personnel to the area around Mercedes-Benz Stadium today. Atlanta is hosting another college football playoff quarterfinal game with the Peach Bowl, with Texas facing Arizona State. Again, we are keeping an eye on this developing situation. We'll be bringing you updates throughout the day as we get them, but we have learned, of course, 10 people died and 35 people are hurt because of an attack in New Orleans this morning. Stay with us. We'll have the latest in our newscasts and on our website for you, WWMT.com. Right now, we do want to take a live look over downtown Kalamazoo. Here locally, you can see that snow is falling. We're going to turn things right over to meteorologist Colin Rogers. Colin, it's snowing, but thankfully it didn't seem like it was sticking to the roads too badly.
Yeah, Julie, depends on where you're at. You know, a lot of roadways across West Michigan are wet, but you don't have to go that far away where they're getting those heavier bands of snow. And we're seeing some snow-covered roads. So it's a little different depending on where you are in West Michigan right now. But we'll notice a heavier rate of snow coming down in South Haven right now. Pretty good snow band moving through there. Also, the snow coming down a little heavier in Kalamazoo. Looks like there are some snow-covered roadways in downtown. Areas like Holland, though, not seeing much snow accumulation as well as cold water. So once again, it just depends on where you're at, as is typical with these lake effect events. Right now, temperatures upper 20s, lower 30s, Kalamazoo 29, GR Battle Creek at 31. You'll notice some of these darker blues showing up in Kalamazoo County, Van Buren County right now, also up in Ottawa County. We'll see some differentiating rates of snow throughout the afternoon and the evening hours. I think the snow will lose its intensity throughout the late afternoon and the evening hours, eventually tapering off late tonight. Could pick up another coating to 2 inches in some spots. I'll have a look at another system I'm tracking on Friday that'll bring some more snow showers our way. For now, back to you, Julie.
All right. Thank you, Colin. A 15-year-old boy from Grand Rapids died because of a crash on Lincoln Lake Avenue northeast of Grand Rapids. Police say he and 2 other teenagers were in the car and they made a U-turn at the intersection with 17 Mile Road. That's when police say the car behind them hit them. The 15-year-old died later at the hospital. No one else was hurt. There are some concerns this afternoon about whether an overpass on 131 is safe, and that's because a semi that was too tall had crashed into it yesterday. This is the one on 144th Avenue, just north of Wayland. We've learned 3 other cars behind the semi also crashed. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt, but MDOT says it'll take them a couple of days to figure out the full extent of the damage. They did say that they had crews out there to make sure that the bridge is safe in the meantime. And we've learned a woman from Richland died when she was thrown from her car on 94. It happened near the Portage Road exit yesterday morning. Police say she was going west, hit the median, went across all lanes of traffic, hit a ditch, and then rolled her car. She was pronounced dead at the scene. And as of this afternoon, police say they don't know if drugs or alcohol were involved, and they're not sure if she was wearing her seatbelt. And this afternoon, Michigan State Police tell us that human remains were found in Rothbury, which is north of Muskegon. They were found yesterday in the woods, and now Western Michigan University's Homer Stryker School of Medicine is helping with the recovery operation. Michigan State Police say they can't identify the remains right now, but they are waiting for the autopsy results. Of course, as soon as we get any more information, we will pass it along to you. We've also learned this afternoon a man near Detroit was taken off of life support yesterday. We had told you about him when he fell through the ice while he was ice fishing last week, and he had been in critical condition since Thursday. Again, he was just taken off of life support yesterday. Now, this is the same family where his wife was killed in a head-on crash the next day on Friday. Police say a person had gone over the center line and hit the car she was in. Police have identified the couple as Scott and Mary Levitan. Millions of people in 21 states could get pay raises today. Those states in 48 cities voted to raise wages, and Michigan is one of them. The Economic Policy Institute says about 2.9 million people's wages will go up by about $5.7 billion collectively. Right now, the federal minimum wage is at $7.25 an hour, and the last time that was changed was in 2009. Well, you might want to double check which stores are open if you plan to run any errands today. A lot of places have modified hours for New Year's Day, like Costco and Sam's Club are closed, but Walmart and Target are open, and so are Home Depot and Lowe's. Most banks are probably closed today, and keep in mind the post office is not delivering mail today either. Babies born this year in 2025 will be the first of a new generation called Generation Beta. Now, this generation will go from 2025 to 2039, and they'll be the kids of millennials and Gen Zers. Experts say betas will experience artificial intelligence and automation in almost every aspect of their lives, so much more so than previous generations. And they're also expected to make up 16% of the world's population in 10 years. And then they'll likely live into the 22nd century. And we know that it's the new year, and a lot of folks have New Year's resolutions, but a lot of people don't. But why do some of us not stick to our plans? Well, the Associated Press says as many as 70% of people abandon their goal and their resolutions. But experts say there are ways to turn your resolution into a personal evolution. They say you should really make specific goals because you'll be more likely to keep them. One psychologist says if your plan is to work out more, set a day of the week to do that and a certain amount of time. We went to the Crossroads Mall in Portage to find out how people are trying to set themselves up for success this year.
Getting up early, having a good day, and not trying to sleep in and procrastinate on all my homework and stuff.
Do things that don't revolve around me or per se my family. Do things that revolve to help the community and the world itself.
I just feel like everything needs to be changed. I do the same things every year, so it's time for everything to switch up. Can't do everything the same no more, man. It never got me nowhere.
And the most common response we got was that people wanted to work out more and just be a better person. Experts say it also helps to write your goals down and then keep track of whether you're accomplishing them. Most of all, most importantly, psychologists say we should be kind to ourselves if we make a mistake, because getting down on yourself won't make it any easier to achieve your goals. Well, the U.S. is getting involved in the investigation into South Korea's deadly plane crash. Coming up, we'll have more on which of our officials will be heading overseas. And millions of people around the world are welcoming in the new year. We'll show you how people are celebrating 2025 as many countries look to move forward.
Well, lake effect snow showers will continue across West Michigan today. I'm also tracking another round that's expected for our Friday. I'll show you how much we're expecting. That's all coming up when we come back.